What's up, Browns fans? Schedule's out. I'm going to break it all down for you. I just spent an hour and a half watching the NFL channel, watching them. This is the first time they did a really cool schedule release, which I really don't feel like is the NFL schedule. This is the Browns schedule release show. This lines up perfectly with all the excitement going around Cleveland. They spent a lot of time talking about Cleveland. They interviewed Njoku live in Cleveland. This is the Browns coming out schedule party show today on the NFL channel. So we're going to break it down for you. I'm going to give you my thoughts. I am very bullish on this season. I think this is very realistic what I'm going to give you in terms of my prediction game by game. I gave you my bold predictions for the 2019 season on Quincy Carrier's Worst Take show. You can watch that. I'll put a link below. So I'm going to stick with my bold prediction on that as we go through this schedule. And I'm going to go week by week and kind of give you my thoughts. So let's start off with week 1. We have Tennessee Titans at home week 1. I think we win that game. That is going to be the big Browns coming out party. This is going to be the one where we show the world, and the NFL at least, we are here to play, and we are not messing around this season. We're going to win that game. We're going to win that game handily. I'm not going to give you a score, but I know we're going to win very, very well. Although I think the Titans have improved certain aspects of their games, I think they're a very mediocre team. They were a mediocre team last year. Mariota gets hurt a lot. So I think that Tennessee's an average team. They may be fighting for like a 9-7 type year next year. And I think we easily win that game. So I'm going to go ahead and put a win on that one. All right, next. There we go. There was a little delay on my win chime. Next, we're going to go to the Jets. This is a Monday night game on the 16th. This is going to be a really exciting 8:15 start on ESPN Monday night. Week 2 in New York. This is Odell's coming back to New York party. This is the team that kind of broke the streak. It really broke the streak. It broke the chains around the Bud Light coolers last year. This is going to be another big game. It's going to be exciting. We're going to be up from our win the first week. We're going to want to continue that. This is going to be a week 2 victory in New York. It'll be a closer game, but I still do think we pull this one off, so I'm going to give us a win in week 2. Week 3. Now it's going to start getting real interesting. This is the Sunday night game, right? This is the Sunday night game with the Crew coming to Cleveland on September 22nd against the Super Bowl losing LA Rams. This is going to be an interesting one, and I went back and forth thinking about this, where what I think this one can finalize and where it could kind of like fall out. Typically, teams that lose the Super Bowl, the way that they lost the Super Bowl as well, have a major regressive year the next year. Also, coming from the West Coast over to middle of the USA into Ohio is never an easy thing. It's not an easy flight, and I think that the LA Rams aren't necessarily going to know what hit them on this one. I think the Browns also win week 3. Now, if you watch my bold predictions on Quincy's channel, Quincy Carrier's channel, you'll know that I selected the Browns to go 6-0 in division. I still think the Browns are going to go 6-0 in division, so the back half of this schedule is going to be somewhat anticlimactic because we have a lot of wins at the end of the season. But I do think at Baltimore, coming off that game last year, we have a lot to prove going into Baltimore. We're going to be riding very high, being 3-0 for the first time in forever in Cleveland, and I think we win that game, and we go 4-0 to start the season. Everybody's going to lose their damn minds after this win. We're going to get the calls. We're going to do everything right, and we're going to win that game. 4-0 to start the season. Now, next game is at San Francisco. Again, in my bold prediction, I predict San Francisco is going to make major strides forward. They were a 4-12 team last year. They made major improvements in the offseason. They have a very nice little nucleus. I am a Jimmy G fan. I think he's going to do just well, just fine this season. And I think we go out to California. And as my dad always says, we never play well in California, taking that trip over there. And we lose our first game of the season in San Francisco on Monday night again. So this is going to be another national game. It'll be close. We're not going to get blown out, but we're going to have a couple calls that go against us. Maybe we miss a field goal at the end. It's not going to be our team. It's going to be a nail biter. We end up losing that game. It's okay. It'll start to level us. It'll start to, just ground us a little bit. Let us know that we are a little bit valuable, even though we've got a great defense, a great offense. Special teams lets us down on that one. Week 6. Now we've got Seattle coming back across this side of the country, and they're going to play us that game. That is a short week for us, and unfortunately we take a loss there. I have a win there for some reason. We're going to change that to an L, and I'm going to change my color on that one as well to stay consistent. We're going to lose that game. That is a loss. So unfortunately, Seattle's going to come, and they're going to beat us there. So now we are 4-2. Right? Still doing really well, but two very good teams, two very good playoff contending teams are going to win. They're going to win nail biters there. Then we go on a bye and we reset, right? Then after we reset after the bye, we come back to New England, and we play New England away. And unfortunately, with New England away, this doesn't go that well for us either, and we end up dropping this one. So now we go to 4-3. Now, I talked about this when I interviewed Quincy. When does the panic mode start setting in, right? People are going to look at the first couple of games of the season and say, oh, we beat the Rams. The Rams, I don't think, are going to be as good as they were last year anyway. So they're going to start off. You started off really hot, and then you went ice cold. Well, that's fine. We're going to lose games. These are the games to lose. Right in the middle of the season, right around the bye week, making sure everybody has a chance to get healthy and kind of reset a little bit. Coming back to Denver. We're going to go at Denver again this year, where we had a great game, really exciting game last year. It was Jabril Peppers' big game, and we come back and we win that one. So we get back into the winners category again here. Now we are 5-3. We are ahead in the AFC Central at this point, doing really well. Everybody's back on the Browns bandwagon, and everybody's looking good and being very happy. Next game, we get the Buffalo Bills. Bills Mafia, although I am with you most of the time when we go head-to-head match. Lake Erie Bros, unfortunately, you guys take an L here. We also win this game to go 6-3. Now we're really riding high, okay? We're riding high. We're in prime condition. Everybody's super excited. We're injury-free, very healthy. And we've got Pittsburgh. We have Pittsburgh at home on Thursday night. This is another national televised game, and this is the game where we absolutely plant our flag in the middle of the shoe and solidify ourselves as the team to beat in the AFC North for many, many years to come. And we dominate Pittsburgh in this game. We win by over 2 touchdowns. It is an ugly game. The Cleveland fans are fired up. Everybody's going nuts. The whole stadium's rocking, and we make sure that they know that we are not messing around anymore. This is a brand new Cleveland team. So anybody who's talking about the same old Browns, that is long, distant memories. Week 12, Miami Dolphins at home again. The Dolphins are in full burn it down, burn it to the ground, and let's rebuild. They are going to have an awful season. I don't know if they're going to win a game, the Miami Dolphins, and we easily win that game as well. So as you're noticing a trend here, we're doing pretty well. We are now 8-3. We are in first place in the AFC Central. We are number 1 seed also in the AFC at this point in the season. The next couple of games are also going to be a little bit fun. At Pittsburgh, we go back to Pittsburgh 2 weeks after destroying them on Thursday night. And what do? We win that game. In Heinz Field, we also win that game really, really well. So that's looking good. Moving on back to the Bengals at home in Week 14. This is also a victory. We've got the taste of blood from last year's 2 victories against Baltimore. We still look over in the sidelines. We see the ghost of Hugh Jackson. It inspires us, and we take the win. Then we go out to Arizona. Arizona is going to have an ugly season this year. Their quarterback situation, wherever they go with drafting Kyler Murray, which I believe they will, and they'll ship off Josh Rosen. He'll be gone. They're going to reset. They're going to struggle, though. They don't have a very good team all in all together. Their team is bad. They got holes all over the place. Arizona is going to be one of those teams that's going to be fighting with Miami for the first pick again next year, and we win that game heading out west. Coming back this way, in Week 16, we've got Baltimore at home. This is another one of those games. This is one of those games where we make another statement here. Again, now Baker's still very riding high. We've got some records on the line. Everybody wants to break some records at this point. We want that first seed in the AFC playoff. We want home field advantage throughout the playoffs. Imagine home field advantage in Cleveland, right? It's going to be nuts. And Week 16, we beat Baltimore, and then we finalize by going to Cincinnati. Cincinnati wants to lose this game. They have no motivation. They're doing everything that they can to get a good draft pick, and they lose that one easily. So if you look at our overall final record, we're going 13-3, and really just that center part of the schedule is really where it's going to get a little bit rocky. The nice thing is we've got a chance to reset at the bye. Coming back, we'll lose that game in New England, which is fine. It sets us up for a nice rematch because we'll have home field advantage in the playoffs when we eventually play them in the AFC title game in Cleveland, and we win that game to go into the Super Bowl. So now, everybody, you might be looking at me and going, "Well, you're a fan. This is wishful thinking." Guys, this is not wishful thinking. This is not an expectation. This is the reality that we could see. I look at this as sort of like the best case scenario. 13-3 would be amazing. That would be the best record I've seen. The best record I've seen the Cleveland Browns in my lifetime, I believe. I think 12-4 is the best. Before that, this is going to be it. This is where we really assert ourselves and assert our dominance in the league. So, guys, I want you to. This is going to be a short video, but I want you to let me know if you agree with this or if you think I'm freaking crazy and there's no way in hell we're going to go 13-3. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think we're going to do this season. Do we have a chance to go 13-3 or not? Also, very quick announcement. Next week on Thursday, we will be doing a live stream. Me and my dad will be doing a live stream covering the entire NFL draft as the draft round 1 is going on. So join us Thursday for that. We've got the giveaways. So we've got let's get baked shirt. Let's get baked. We've got the orange hat giveaway, and we've got the Baker touchdown maker shirt as well that we're giving away. They're nice and wrapped, so they'll be clean. All right, guys, thank you very much for watching. This is the Brownie Post Game YouTube channel, and as always, go Browns.